Today marks 80 years since the United States dropped an atomic bomb on the city of Hiroshima, killing tens of thousands of people. A memorial service to the victims was held in Japan this morning with attendees from 120 countries and territories. Anna Coren has more from Hiroshima.
Hiroshima Kenjo, they used to call it.
Looking out over the skyline of Hiroshima, 96-year-old Junji Sarashina points out places from his childhood.
That's where my grade school, it's not too far from here.
But these are painful memories he shares with his granddaughter, and the morning of August 6, 1945 haunts him to this day. He was 16 years old, working in an anti-aircraft ammunitions factory when the United States dropped the world's first atomic bomb on the Japanese city.
I wasn't able to see anything because of the dust and everything, you know.
A concrete wall saved Sarashina, but when he emerged from the rubble, an apocalyptic scene awaited.
But that's when I saw 1,000, 2,000 of people quietly just moving and crossing and approaching you. They all wounded, burned, and no clothes, no hair, and no shoes, just moving, trying to escape this fire.
He made his way to a Red Cross station and began to help.
I tried to give that sip of water to the first group, but it was gone.
140,000 people would die in Hiroshima. 3 days later, the US dropped a second atomic bomb, this time over Nagasaki, killing another 70,000 people. In the hills outside Hiroshima, where rice and buckwheat grow, lives a man who has spent decades of his life campaigning against nuclear weapons.
Mr. Mimaki.
Toshiyuki Mimaki was 3 years old when the bomb exploded, and he still remembers the stench of death. Last year, his organisation Nihon Hidankyo, Survivors of the Atomic Bombings, won the Nobel Peace Prize. Wow. But he fears with more than 12,000 nuclear weapons in the world today, their activism is more critical than ever. I want people all over the world to know that nuclear weapons and humanity cannot coexist. That message was repeated at Hiroshima's Peace Park to commemorate the 80th anniversary in which both Sarashina and Mimaki attended. In his address, Japan's Prime Minister said, as the only country to have experienced the horror of nuclear devastation in war, it was Japan's mission to bring about a world without nuclear weapons.
There is a deep concern here in Japan that the stories of the less than 100,000 remaining elderly survivors known as hibakusha will fade away with their passing. But with such high numbers attending today's memorial, there is hope the younger generation will ensure the world never forgets.
From now on, I want to do my part to share their stories so everyone knows what happened here. Anna Coren, CBS News, Hiroshima, Japan.
It has been an incredibly emotional day here at the Memorial Peace Park, and just over my shoulder you can see the atomic bomb dome. Now, this structure was still standing after that atomic bomb dropped 80 years ago. It is now a World Heritage Site. Now, just a few hours ago, there were thousands of people that had lined this river. It was like a festival, and they had come to put lanterns in the river with messages of peace. And that has been the overwhelming message here today in Hiroshima, the city of peace, with all the conflicts in the world, with all the suffering. That is the key. And the people who've come here to pay their respects, you know, they want an end to that suffering, and they certainly want to ensure that there never again is a Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Vlad, Adriana.
Anna Coren with that very sober, solemn reflection on a day like today. Anna, thank you as always.